Well, the weather is starting to heat up here in Washington, D.C., and so is our activity at ACEC. And we wanted to give you a wrap-up of what we've been working on this week and kind of a look ahead to what to expect from ACEC in the coming weeks. Now, first, I want to lead off with the fact that the 2022 Professional Liability Insurance Survey of member firms is now underway. An invitation and link to take the survey has been sent to the primary contacts of our firm members. And the survey is only requesting the responses from AE member firms of ACEC. Only one set of responses per firm is required. If you have any questions, reach out to Charles Kim. Earlier this week, we published two updates. First being the YouTube update that Aaron McLaughlin, our Vice President of Private Market Resources, does every month in 10 minutes or less, giving you all the top trends and information you need on what's happening in the economy and how it impacts your business. That's available on our YouTube channel, and it's going to be linked to the show notes on this episode. Really encourage you to take a look, like, and subscribe to the channel because we do this on a monthly basis. And we also follow up with an even shorter summary on our podcast that was published a little bit earlier this week, looking at the top 4 things you need to know about the economy and the AE industry. And of course, now with inflation, CPI at record highs, it's really a good time to get your handle on everything that's happening and impacting our industry. Now, following on the theme of private markets, time is running out for you to register for our April 28th Private Market Symposium on the healthcare science and technology market taking place in Boston, Massachusetts. Now, this is a great event that brings together engineers and practitioners within this market space to talk about the evolution of the market and ways that engineering firms could take advantage of it. And we know from the research we've done from the ACEC Research Institute that healthcare facilities, biotech, science and technology, those are all market sectors where our industry feels bullish now and into the next 12 months. So this is a great opportunity not only to hear from experts, but also to share information, meet, network with your peers. And space is limited, and we're running out. So take the opportunity right now. If you're in the Boston area or on the 95 corridor, make sure to get your space for the upcoming Private Market Symposium on Healthcare and the Science Technology Market happening on April 28th in Boston. If you go up to the Private Market Resources page on our website, we have a full rundown of speakers and the agenda. It's going to be an event you don't want to miss. Now, we're also counting down the days until we hit the early bird deadline for the 2022 Annual Convention and Legislative Summit happening in person between May 22nd and 25th, back downtown D.C. at the Grand Hyatt. Now, this is going to be a great event, and it's going to be a combination of 3 days of networking, roundtables, speakers, and of course, advocacy. This is our premier advocacy event for the year. And there's no better time to have your voice heard in Washington. I mean, right now we are in the implementation phase of the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. No one knows the importance of getting this right like our member firm leaders. And we always talk about the speakers that we have, and speakers are always a highlight of our events, and this year is no exception. We are very pleased to be welcoming Margaret Brennan, and she's the moderator of CBS's Face the Nation and their chief foreign correspondent, and there's enough to talk about right there. We are also going to be joined by Scott Harris, and he's going to be kicking off the event. He's the founder and CEO of Charity Water. And we are also going to be welcoming Nicole Malachowski. She is the first female Thunderbird pilot. She's a combat veteran, fighter squadron commander, also a White House fellow and advisor. Going to be a great talk there. And then Adam Seltzner. He's the leader and chief engineer at NASA for their Mars 2020 mission and the rover Perseverance. Just a great lineup of speakers to give a little bit extra flair to the event. Again, April 21st is the end of the early bird period. Make sure you go up to acec.org and secure your spot, not only for the event, but then also for the Engineering Excellence Awards that are happening again in person. It's going to be great to have this event back in person. We've done the last 2 virtually, and it's going to be just wonderful to get everybody back together. But the premier celebration of engineering excellence is happening right at the end of the conference. So make sure that you not only get your spot for the event, but then also for the EEA Awards. You don't want to miss that. In addition to all of those things happening, we also have some great courses and webinars that you don't want to miss. And something that's very timely happening up on April 18th, Electric Vehicle Charging Networks, Implications for Transportation Planning of the Energy Grid. And we all know bipartisan infrastructure bill has a lot of EV funding and that national EV network infrastructure. So this is going to be a great webinar to learn more about that. And then rounding out next week, Friday is Earth Day, April 22nd, and we're going to be spending the week focusing in on how our member firms design a better world. And we're going to be using that as our hashtag throughout the week on social media. And we're looking for examples. If you are a firm that deals in environmental work and you want to spotlight a project that you're very proud of that shows how we are, as an industry, improving the world around us by cleaning the air, cleaning the water, making things more resilient against climate threats or sustainable, please let us know. Put it up on social. Use the hashtag Design a Better World. We'll see it and we'll retweet it. We're going to be reposting a lot of podcasts we've done on environmental issues, posting videos up, and we also have a new book in the ACEC bookstore, Climate Change and the Built Environment. And this is a compendium. It is really a great resource, and I encourage you to take a look at it. There are 11 chapters plus case studies written by engineers, understanding taking the concept of climate change and the threat that it presents and actually putting actionable steps in how engineering firms can work on these issues. It's a really good book. Encourage everyone to take a look. We'll be running podcasts with some of the contributors to the book, and it's up there on the ACEC bookstore. So that's your wrap up for this week and a look ahead at the week to come from ACEC. We'll see you next time.